evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Fairchild, and I am glad to welcome you to our winter band concert. Over 100 kids. They each have an instrument, and they each have their own music with them. That's a round of applause. We're going to get started, so let's welcome Mr. Bowl in the 6th grade.
Hello. Let me just start by thanking you guys all for being here tonight. It's so much fun to be here and to get to bring live music to an audience again. The last 2 years have been kind of weird, playing music in class a little bit, but not getting to share it with others. And that's such a huge part of what we get to do and what music, why music is important is we work on it, but then we got to share it with other people. What you're going to hear tonight, guys, is a kind of the 6th graders' journey through these first few months of schools, because we've seen each other probably about 26 or maybe 30 times, because we meet every other day. So you're going to hear the journey they've been on. We'll start just kind of where we started at the beginning, with just making good sound. So the rhythms will be simple, the notes will be simple, and we just focus on making good sound. Now that we've got a good sound, we work on building endurance. So what you heard were whole notes and whole rest. So 4 beats of sound, 4 beats of silence. Now we got to work on kind of just extending just the strength of our faces as we've built more muscles to be able to play for longer periods of time. So that's what the next couple give us. sound we can make. We're feeling good about our endurance. Now we gotta start adding some more rhythms into our vocabulary. So still using the same 3 notes that we've learned up to this point. Now we're gonna basically cut the length of our note in half and start playing half notes and getting our first duet in this section as well. Next, we continue to add more rhythms into our vocabulary. So our notes are still the same 3, but now we're adding in quarter notes. So the rhythms are getting more complex, but we're still kind of keeping those same 3 notes so that we can continue to build on our knowledge without completely changing everything that we're doing. So we've got 3 notes and 3 different rhythms now. All right, now we get to add more notes to our vocabulary. So we've got 3 notes, now we're going to expand that to 5 with the next couple songs. wasn't even anything good, like my car's warranty expiring or anything like that. Well, at least it was me. I think you can shake that out. All right, you've heard us playing all together, but we've got a whole bunch of different instruments up here on stage, so we should probably kind of like isolate what each section is. So what you're going to hear next is each section is going to get a turn to play a song that they chose, just to showcase what they sound like. We'll work our way down from the smallest instruments and the highest pitched instruments, all the way to the back of the band with the percussionists. So we'll start with the flutes and the oboes. I'm supposed to call them the flobos. Next we'll have the clarinets. Next we move into the saxophones. Those are all woodwind instruments, meaning, generally speaking, they have a piece of wood that they're blowing past to make the instrument make sound. Flutes don't exactly have a piece of wood, but they're in the woodwind family just because traditionally they were made of wood a long, long time ago. Now we're going to move into the brass family, so we'll get the trumpets up first. Moving down in range, we'll come to the trombone section next. Still in the low brass family, we've got the euphoniums and the tuba coming in next. And last but not certainly least, the percussion section will round out our sections. Continuing with the whole group now again. We've got 5 notes under our belts, so we're going to play a few more songs as we just continue to build skill, build confidence on these notes. We'll even expand our range one more note in the next section, and we will close this section out with probably a fairly familiar tune. And what would a winter concert be without a few seasonally appropriate holiday folk tunes, or Christmas songs, if you prefer. Thank you guys all for coming tonight. These kids are working hard. It's been truly a blast getting to work with them, and hopefully at home you've kind of heard the transition from what at first may have sounded a little bit more like noise to what is now, for sure, hopefully sounding a lot more like music. Because that's kind of the game. Like, music takes time, it takes practice, it takes repetitions before you kind of figure out what to do and how to make it all work and how to get your body to do all these new and different things. And it takes time to develop from where we are today to, if you have an older student that you're sticking around for, to what the 7th grade kids will do at 7 o'clock and what the 8th grade students will do at 8 o'clock. You know, we progress each and every concert, each and every day, each and every year. It's just about getting a little bit better each day, figuring out one more new thing, and kind of having that growth in mind as we work. So thank you for coming. We got 2 songs, and then we'll be ready to head out.